to Oneil Cruz, right? There's a huge question mark about him, and it's just health. Well, mainly health. The other one was we still don't really know what he is because last year was his like sophomore season, basically coming off the rookie year. Where it's like, where are we going to find out about Oneil Cruz? And we talked about him in spring last year. And last year during spring, we talked about a lot of positives, right? He looks the part. Defensively, he looks better. At the plate, he looks way more comfortable, right? Not striking out a lot, walking someone. We never really got to see that season. So it's like here's that season now coming, but then it's like, but also how's the ankle? And I talked about last week, the fact that he stole a base right away, the fact that he was afforded the opportunity and allowed to, told me the Pirates must feel pretty confident about that ankle. Now we have a whole more week into this. Like he has 18 at-bats. Jim, he's walked 4 times. He's struck out 4 times. He's hit 3 home runs, 2 coming yesterday's game. The hype train. Let's get that thing rolling on Oneil Cruz. Like you said, he took the over on the home runs. I know it's early, but man, am I loving what I see out of Oneil so far.
Yeah, and again, the power's cool. Like him crushing 2 homers yesterday is cool. But what I'm really looking for more than anything is just like his approach. And you can tell like he's not overly aggressive like he was when he first got called up. He's having good at bats. The second home run he hit yesterday was just a great at bat. Like he worked the count, ended up getting to a full count.
Yep.
Pitcher made a few pitches. He fouled some stuff off, and then Castillo made a mistake, and he made him pay for that mistake on a 3-2 count. Later on in the game, and Derek Shelton mentioned it, that he really liked what he saw there. It was again worked, 2-strike count. Previously, Oneil Cruz is just striking out a ton there, and instead he at least puts the ball in play, gets an RBI out of it. Pirates get a run. So you're seeing a much more comfortable approach at the plate with him. And you mentioned it, and like I said, as many walks as strikeouts. He's got an 18.2% walk rate right now. Again, I don't know percentages with this amount of plate appearances. It's whatever, but like he's putting together really good at bats. He's getting on base, and if you get on base for the other guys in your lineup behind you who are going to hit, then you're doing the job of a leadoff hitter. And yeah, I have a feeling. Again, it's spring training, and I just got done saying that like none of this really matters. So like the home runs don't matter, right? But how you look and the approaches that you're taking, that kind of stuff matters. And we're seeing all the right stuff out of Oneil Cruz right now. I'm excited to see what he can do. I am curious on the stolen base front. Like he did steal one the other day. I don't know how aggressive they're going to let him be this year. I don't know if they're going to maybe, hold the reins a little bit. Like, is a 2020 season in the cards here? Is a 30-30 season in the cards? I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's going to get that many opportunities to like really push it on the base paths.
Right.
But at the same time, like if you really want to utilize his skill sets, like that's part of what he does. Like he's really fast. So take advantage of it. Right. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how they utilize him in that aspect this year. I'm curious to see how much playing time he gets. Like, do they give him a pretty good amount of off days to keep him fresh? Those are kind of the things I'm looking for, but you're seeing everything you want to see out of him right now.
Yeah, I think all that's fair. And I mean, you're right. Like we know the talent, and he absolutely has the ability for like a 30-30 season. But it's one of those things like, is he going to be afforded the opportunity to, like you said, like, are they going to hold him back? And this is a complete overreaction off of just one stolen base. But again, like the fact that the first time he got on base, he went and stole one. Now, again, is that just like a little bit of insight as if like they're not worried? Like, hey, do your thing, kid. Or is it maybe like, you know what? Get it out of your system. Like go do it now. You don't have to worry about it. It's not hanging over your head. Like you stole a base. The ankle's good. I don't know. But it's, to me, again, like that's just something that's interesting right now as far as spring training goes. Like the first time he got on base, he stole one.
Yep.
Like that makes you feel pretty comfortable about him. At least for me, like how that ankle is and how they look at it as well. But right, it's like everything we're talking about right now is basically what we're talking about last year in spring. It's like it's good to see that it also has carried over right now to this point. Like you said, like the approach, the fact that he's walking as much as he's striking out right now, and the strikeouts aren't at like any egregious rate and such. Like he looks like the more complete player that you were kind of seeing in September of 2022, opposed to like what you were seeing with him in July and August of that year, where, like you said, 2 strikes. I mean, he's done. You just throw him low and away and just go back to the dugout, kid. you're done.
Yeah.
So yes, like I think you talk about Henry Davis being a big part of this team, right? But like Oneil Cruz certainly is as well, because he has that superstar type of talent to him. And if he can put it together and be a good player,